Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to our Minecraft FTB Endeavor Let's Play series, where sometimes we discuss things. Let's just be honest with one another about what's going on here. I've been mining. I've been down here mining for a little while now. I've been kind of going up and down, in and out of here. This thing is really long. I guess, dare I show you the maximum length of this tunnel? I believe I recorded this one in a previous video, so it's a very long tunnel. It goes a very long way. I didn't quite widen it all the way out. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is insane! You don't even notice you're moving that far, but anyway, we've got a few items here. I cleaned up the inventory a bit by putting blocks, because you get a lot of redstone, you get a lot of coal, and by turning them into blocks, you can save yourself a bit of space. Probably, can you make a fluorite block? It might be with a 9x9, or it looks like you can use it to make a chemical crystallizer. What fun, everyone! Yes, indeed. Of course I want to do that, so I can make fluorite dust, and then turn that back into fluorite, or for what reason? Why would I ever want to take 8 fluorite dust and turn it back into a block of fluorite? What would be the purpose? Shift plus N for a description. Mineral found relatively deep under the world's surface. The crystals can be processed into the hydrofluoric acid, an essential chemical for uranium processing. Very cool and fun. And also, why would I want to turn it back into an ore? Enriching it, maybe. Absolutely. Wait a minute. That just gives us back to square one. That just gives us back to building a chemical crystallizer. Why am I hoarding this stuff? What am I going to do with it? Am I going to make hydrofluoric acid? Am I going to make uranium? Am I going to make seeds for the stuff? I don't know. Only Pepperidge Farm remembers. 12 diamonds, that's nothing. You should see how much I've got. Because this isn't my first journey down here. And in fact, if we fly back, and it's a bit of a journey to the entrance, you kind of got to slow down here. And yeah, it goes that way as well. I've been busy. I'll show you what we've got. Flying out of here takes so long. Like, we're so fast now that even that's just a bit of a hassle. We've got quite a bit of material up here. And in fact, let's just dump everything in here, sort it. There's some weird things in here. The bonsai pod is still running. I haven't taken it down. We should probably take it back with us at some point. 57 diamonds! It's crazy! It's crazy! And these ores, this is nothing. Because guess what? I already took a round of ores back to get them processed. So let's just head back to the main world. Nothing crazy going on here. Although I did notice that this thing now is empty. And seems to, well... Okay, the sun was setting right as I said that. It seems to be actually outputting the maximum, and everything seems to be working the way I would expect it to and have expected it to. And this thing is almost full. And these are still running, so good, good. I'd like to see that get full. That would be very interesting. Something I did want to note, and something we might even test today. Look around you. What do you notice about this place? Endless sunlight. And if we're going to set up a mechanism miner somewhere around here, we could power it with the endless sunlight. This is just an idea. Nothing is set in stone yet. We're going to have to test it and make sure it works, because we thought we found a brilliant way to do farming, and then the game was like, no, we're ahead of you on that. We're not going to allow it. But there we go, so we can combine these 57 with the 4 that we've got, and we've nearly got a stack of diamonds. That's fun. Might as well cook up a couple of stacks of, I mean, we've got a few stacks of iron dust at this point, don't we? We might as well cook those up into some iron bars. There's no reason not to. I mean, sometimes you might want to hold on to them in case you need to make some sort of a hybrid, but when you've got this much, it's fine. So we're doing pretty good for ore right now. We're doing pretty good for resources. I took one of our flux linkage amplifiers and moved it over here, so both of these have 2 now. And we're actually going to sleep tonight, because something tells me I haven't slept in a while, and it's the knowledge that I haven't slept in a while. And something tells me that if we don't get some sleep, phantoms are going to attack us. And that little something is experience with phantoms attacking us when we don't get a lot of sleep. We're probably going to look at doing... Oh, you know what? We could probably fill this sucker up with speed upgrades and make magma faster. But at what cost? At what electrical cost? It's not worth it. We're not going to do that. This thing's stupid anyway. We're going to build an electrical one. Today? I wasn't really thinking about it. I mean, we could. The only thing we're missing is the crystallized obsidian, which all we gotta do for that is solidification chamber. I bet you we can just make slime goo uses. That's uses. I even said it as I did it. Recipe. I mean, it wants real slime buckets, right? Like, it wants actual slime. Oh, good. No, it will use this stuff if we have a melting chamber. So we got to build a cyclic melting chamber, and then a solidification chamber. And then furthermore, we're going to need honey, which I think you just right-click using like a vial or a bottle or something along those lines onto a hive. And then fire charge, we can make that now. So we could actually go ahead and do this today. And it's not on my list of things to do. You know what else is not on my list of things to do? Taking coal out of here, or actually, we'll go back and we'll grab some. Taking coal out of here and turning it into coal blocks, and actually just taking the 14 coal blocks we've already got, and just making sure we keep this topped off and running. So 6, that's a bit much. Maybe we'll do 4 in there. We'll do, like, 4 in there, and then we'll do 3 in each of these for no particular reason. It's not like that I like these less. It's just, you know, this happens to be what we have on us. There we go. And you know what we're going to do? Nothing, because that's 16. It's not... It takes 9 for a recipe. I was thinking 4. Don't know what was going on in my head. I decided to test something earlier. This is something I wanted to talk about because I found it and I almost interacted with it, and I thought, no, actually, I'm gonna wait for everyone to come back, and then we're gonna look at this together. So we're gonna grab some flint and steel. Do we have any obsidian? We do. Okay. I don't know what this is. We're gonna find out together. I was just kind of hopping around. I was like, wow, look how quickly we can, like, travel across the lake and stuff now. We can just zoom, and we can zoom to these little islands over here. I was like, wow, these are picturesque. And then I saw this. So all this time we've needed magma blocks. They've been right over here. We just didn't know it. My gosh, look at this. We could have just had so many of the darn things. Remember all that hassle we went through for magma blocks? Oh, good. The water doesn't put it out. I was worried there. Was magma blocks a hassle? I'm actually struggling to remember. It's been so long now, like literally days. And then there's just a portal here, which is weird. And I thought, well, geez, I wonder where the portal leads. So we might as well come back and we'll put it back together. It probably just will take us to the same spot where our existing portal does. And now when we come back every time, it'll take us to this stupid portal. Oh, this would have been great to find. It literally has the obsidian we need. Iron nugs. It's got some glistening melons, bat wings, golden apple, curse of binding, magic protection, projectile protection. What is curse of binding? What does that do? I don't like the sound of it. You know what we could do, though, is we could kind of swag out a bit if we wanted to. We could have, like, golden legs, golden enchanted legs and boots, and just kind of look cool. But no one's ever going to see it, and then also this is kind of an ensemble piece we've got here. Let's fly through the portal. Let's just see if it takes us to an interesting place in another. I doubt that it will. I don't think whatever this is that thoroughly thought out. It's just hell. That's all it is. That's all the Nether is. That's all it's ever been. It's like that meme of the 2 astronauts and one has a gun, and one of them is looking at the Nether and says, it's just hell. And the other one says, always has been. And then we leave. And fortunately, it did take us back here. Good. So I assume our actual Nether portal will not be affected by whatever that is, and we can come and go as we please. Where's my mountaintop? There it is. It does look lovely, doesn't it? If we fly over here, it does look just lovely. It looks like that city in Lothlorien. It's not Lothlorien. Lothlorien is the forest, and then the city in the middle is like Glendragold. It's not that. It's something like that. I mean, it's nothing like that, but it's something like that. And we're going to put a big fortress on top of it, and it's going to be amazing. I like that from this angle. You can't see any of the stuff I've built unless you, like, look down, and you've got this horribleness. I'll fix it. I'll make it look nicer. I mean, we managed this side. This side looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Just kind of carved into the mountain there. I think that this looks pretty good here. I'd like for it to have a bit more depth to it or something. I'm not really quite sure how I'm going to achieve that, other than just, like, carving a little bit out here. I don't know. Haven't really thought about it. We've got our portals down here. We need to kind of build a proper framework for them. Hey, get out of here. Get out of here. We're Batman. You're not welcome. You're not welcome. Wow. Sometimes we just one-shot, and I really don't know what that's all about. I guess, though, we're going to build some sort of an anvil thing. Just let me empty out my inventory real fast. So we're going to need to build ourselves a solidification chamber. which I've never built before. It's all cyclic stuff, so we're going to throw that on there. And then remember, we're also going to need to build ourselves. There's something else weird in here that I didn't quite understand. Oh, how to get the liquid slime. So a melting chamber. So we got to melt some things, and then we've got to re-solidify them. Melting chamber. Do we already have one of those? What are you? You're a melting chamber. Oh, that's perfect. We've already got one, everyone. We can get rid of that one. We're halfway there. Solidification. Oh, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Do we have any lapis lazuli? That's kind of actually hard to come by. You'd be surprised. I haven't found. I mean, maybe I'm mining at the wrong levels. I mean, you know what we've got is we've got redstone. In abundance. Look at this. We can just whip up 64 blocks of redstone so quickly that the game actually hates it. The game actually locks up every time I do it. Hold on. Sorry about that. The battery backup that my gaming PC is plugged into, just the fan kicked on it, but it's not running. And we're not out of power. So I don't know what the issue is there. There is always the concern that it's about to blow up, because batteries will just do that sometimes. So we have 8 lapis and we have 1 lapis block, and to be just quite honest with you, that's not enough, considering we need at least 9 lapis to build another block. So we're basically almost there, it's just 1 lapis missing. Let me check what layers lapis appear between. Woo! Alright, my fan is still running down there, and it is horrendous. I'm probably going to have to stand up and go, like, whack it and see if it'll stop. But I wanted to let you know that apparently Y32 and below is where lapis is located. I was kind of hoping we could just step down here. I mean, look, if you can just step down here and find emerald ore, then presumably you could just step down here and find some lapis. I don't think you could go too low for lapis, but it might have, like, a sweet spot, or it might just be all the same after a certain level. I'm not sure. I'm definitely not seeing lapis, though. This area is not nearly as long as the other side. We found lapis down here, haven't we? Maybe we just go up a level. Maybe we just go up to 30, maybe like 28, and then we'll start... Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe first things first, I'm gonna go slap that battery back up and see if I can't figure out why the fan is running on it and making the most hideous noise I've ever heard in my life. Well, howdy, folks. Welcome back. I figured out what was making the obnoxious noise, and as it happens, it was actually the monitor hooked up to my editing computer. I don't know why. I turned off the sound because I thought, well, maybe the speaker just went bad for no reason. It was still doing it, so I had to unplug it from the wall. It has a built-in power supply. Maybe it's on the fritz. I don't know. It's got a metal casing. I was scared to touch it because I want to get electrocuted, but then I remembered I don't care. So I did it anyway, and I don't know. I unplugged it for a bit, plugged it back in, and it started making that horrible noise again. Came back to this. The computer had gone to sleep. Woke it up. Minecraft had no sound. Oh, right. No, I was going to say the laser drill doesn't make sound. For a second, I was like, wait a second. So what we've done is we've gone to level 29. I think 32 is when lapis starts. So we're going to kind of just go for a bit here. We just need a little bit of lapis. Literally, we need 1 piece. Maybe we'll go a little bit deeper. Yeah, there we go. Again, I don't know if there's a benefit to going a little bit deeper. Have we found any lapis in this world at all? I feel like we have. I feel like that's the thing that we did in the preview. I mean, I know we'd find lapis in the overworld. We could just go mine the overworld at this point. And, you know... I just feel like if there's no lapis here, then what's the point of this dimension at all? Also, yeah, we can unlock that now, and we could add use Ender Pearl indefinitely if we wanted to. We're not going to. 33 till the next one. We're probably gonna reach that before we find lapis. Actually, at this rate, considering we haven't even seen this stuff, we might very well run out of charge on our mining gadget here before we find lapis. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was hoping that would happen, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes that's happened mostly in this series, where I'll just say something like, oh man, it'd be crazy, you know, if while we were running around down here and exploring, I just happened to turn a corner, and right behind the wall we found some diamonds? It didn't work that time. Normally it works. I guess we did find diamonds, like, right over here. previously. So the likelihood that we're going to just walk a couple of steps and drill through a wall and just find more diamonds is laughable. Like the idea that turning here and just going would. Yeah, okay. See, I'd hoped. I'd hoped by this point I had said it enough. I think I can't intentionally do it. I can't intentionally say, wouldn't it be crazy if we found diamonds here and then find diamonds? It has to be me saying it without thinking, and then just fate intervenes. God steps in and says, Minecraft algorithms do this, and it's appreciated. Get me out of this place. We're going, how much did we get? 36? Guess what we're going to do with all of that? All of that is a block now. And to be quite honest, we've got plenty to be going on with back home, so we're just going to leave all of this here. We'll come back and deal with it later. Although, actually, we should probably take the coal back, shouldn't we? Or at the very least, turn it into blocks, because we're trying to fill that thing up with energy. We haven't gone full solar yet. I really need to switch us over all to the universal pipes at some point. That's probably a thing that we should look into doing. Nope. Don't do that. Don't get carried away there, good sir. Oh, boy! We're having just a rip-roaring raucous of a time. All right, where are you at? Oh, you're full! Oh, you're full! Oh, it's all full! We're gonna empty it now. And actually, while we're here, let's charge that up, too. It should be able to do them both simultaneously. And you know what? We could probably put some upgrades in here. So it's already got this to increase capacity. I wonder if we there's one to like increase. Wait, is this the capacity one? Yeah, there's one to increase speed as well that we should probably look into putting in here so we can get power into here more quickly. And in fact, which one of those is it? Is it this one? That's for dynamos. I believe it's a coil is what we're looking for. So we got expanded RF coil, redstone flux. Oh, this is like the middle ground. It's 4 capacity and 4 transfer. Or 6 capacity and 2 transfer, or 2 transfer and 6 capacity. Now, we did open this bad boy up, and we put in both, and it seems as though both are working, because I mean, it looks like it's getting 6 times, so, no reason not to just use both. And you know what, actually, while we're here, we're just going to make a mess of these, because we use so many of them, and I have to make them every time. I don't really want to store them in here. We're going to work on proper storage here very soon. In the immediate future. So we're going to not worry about it for the time being, but do know that I am aware it's a bit ridiculous that we still have chests, considering the wealth of resources that we have at our disposal. So this should, you notice me try to fly there and not be able to. Wow, so these are both full. This never drained. This basically stayed full the whole time, and this drained instead. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Exactly the behavior we wanted. Drop that in there. This should still be, yep, 300,000, and it should just be able to move power in and out more quickly. And it is directly attached to this. I did configure this to output on this side directly into this thing. And then for some reason there's a pipe going into it. I guess because it also needs to go into the melting chamber. That's cool. So this stuff's full, and then that'll passively fill back up kind of as we do other things. Speaking of doing other things, all of that was to get blocks of lapis so that we could build the solidification chamber. So let's build the solidification chamber. We'll have to fetch a few other items from around the base here, and we will have to build ourselves. Ooh, do we not have cobblestone? Well, that's weird, isn't it? I mean, it's a resource you'd think we'd have plenty of, but actually, as it happens, we don't. Oh, I thought that would pulverize stone into cobblestone. Well, I mean, we'll just go mine some. It's not that big a deal. It's not the end of the world. We can very quickly. It just feels strange that we don't have cobblestone. Like, how has this happened? There we go. Alright, 8 cobble. It feels weird, doesn't it? Feels weird having to build a furnace and not... and then we need nether quartz. Alright, we'll just fly up to the top. Elevators are for chumps, even though they were really cool when I built them in real world a couple of days ago. I've been doing a lot of recording, by the way. I don't know if we've talked about that, but I'm having fun. I'm genuinely enjoying the Minecraft experience right now in a way that I haven't in possibly years. I think just there's no pressure on this, right? This isn't like any series I've done before, where there's like pressure to get the next episode out and for it to be good. You know, the same people that watch the last episodes will watch this one, and they'll enjoy it for their own sort of unique reasons. And there's never any pressure put on me, and it's great, and I love it. And are we all out of universal cable? Did we use them all? Ah, there it is. No, I built a bunch of it. Let's go ahead and actually let's make everything universal cable. It's called universal cable for a reason here, folks, and it's because it's universal, and therefore we should be using it everywhere. Now, I don't think it matters. In fact, I am almost positive, beyond any doubt, that it does not matter that the cables over here. There we go. So, and then one more up here. That all these cables like connect and form this big ring, but I don't like it. I think it's messy, and I kind of want to fix it if I can. So let me think about this. So what I was trying to do was see if Mechanism had any sort of, they got a mecha tool. That's neato. They've also got, I was looking at a configurator, which sounds like it might be what we needed, but I was just looking for something basic, like a wrench or a hammer. A lot of mods will have one of those, and you just use it to, I mean, we could just search, I guess, wrench and see what we come up with, and there's a bunch of different options from a bunch of different mods, and oftentimes they will be sort of interchangeable, like a cyclic wrench may work, but that's not a wrench, that's a conveyor belt. I don't know what it's doing there. Sometimes they won't, though. Sometimes they are very specific, and I'm not really seeing one for, I mean, I'm just seeing the configurator, and that's a pretty basic recipe. I'm gonna do my do part, though. I'm gonna get the wrench here. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Cyclic wrench does not work for the purposes. I wonder if a stick would work. Some mods, yes. For some reason, a stick will do it. I'm just gonna cook up a bunch of these. We might as well. And you know what? Let's also just, you know, we might as well stick a block of redstone in there. Why not? And just kind of let that go through. We need to really consider cooking up substantially more gold than we currently have, because we go through this stuff really quickly. Need to let that process through. Alrighty, so let's see. We need the energy tablet. I still don't know what that's for in and of itself. I guess we could just check. It doesn't seem to do anything. It can't hold energy, though, so, I mean, to what end? We'll just put a little bit of juice in there, take it out, right-click it, shift right-click it. What do you do? What purpose do you serve? Can I use you to configure the cables? You are an energy tablet, after all. No, I cannot. Hopefully, I can still use you in a recipe now, though, even though you have some energy in you. So interestingly, we are missing a stick, and I keep saying interestingly. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Configurator. Recipe did work. Can confirm. Put some juice in that bad boy, and it says configurate items. I don't know what kind of items we're going to configurate with it, but we're going to find out. Let's see here. Oh, we're still carrying around a flint and steel. Redstone sensitivity turned on. Redstone sensitivity turned off. Changed type to push, pull. None! Okay, there you go. Okay, hold down shift and right click. Okay, so we got rid of that one. And now we can do the same here. We'll get rid of this connection. No connection there. This machine should be plugged in from the bottom now. This machine, though, is only plugged in to these cables. So it's only going to get power from the generators and not from any of our actual power supply units. This is why we need to rearrange a lot of this. It's getting out of control, and it's, quite frankly, a little bit ridiculous. But that's fine. And then we really don't want this connection, so we'll set that to none, because we want all of the energy to come out of the redstone flux cell. So all energy should be going into there now, except for the energy that goes to that machine, and then coming out of there and going into here. And it is by default also going into here at the same time, and I don't care, to be blunt. I'm not too pressed about it either way, but sick. Okay, a friend called me, and I ended up on the phone for a long time. I think there's a zombie. Yeah, he took out my door, but I don't know where he is. Where are you? Where are you? Where did you go? There's a zombie around here somewhere with my door. I hear him. This is what happens when you take a phone call. It was a really good phone call, too. Oh, they're calling back. Okay, we'll figure this out. Maybe I'll pause the game this time. So this recording has been going for 2 hours and 40 minutes. My friend called again, and I just, for some reason, I keep forgetting to hit the pause button. I want to talk to them, though. Haven't talked to them in a while. It's a good time. You guys have friends like that? Like, really good friends that you don't talk to very often, and whenever you talk to them, you're like, oh, hello, best friend. Good to see / hear from you again. Where is this zombie at? I can hear him. Wait a minute. I know where he is. I know where he is. Yeah, we got him. We really need to get rid of the stairs in here because this is unfortunate. Although the elevator did save our lives. Is he gonna drop? Did he drop my door? No, the door is just gone. He just destroyed it. Let's get rid of these ladders. And then also we need to do something about this door. Maybe like shore up the side here, make it more of a drop, and then have a gate or a fence down there, because they can't break fences. Which kind of makes them breaking doors useless, because you can just have 2 fences as your door, or just 1 fence as a door, really. If you want it to be door height, you can do that, but it's not really necessary. And then, just like that, the zombie problem is solved. Gosh, this is such an easy problem to deal with. Oh, okay, like literally as I said that. But look, all you gotta do is climb up to the top. Okay, hold down shift, break the ladder, You're now standing on top of a ladder. Oh gosh, you're now standing on top of a ladder. Just down you go. Should have done that ages ago. Oh my gosh, they could break in from over here too. Again, this part of the fortress is just hideous. I need to redo all of this. While I wait on my friend to call me back, which I assume they're going to, considering where we left the conversation, I'm just pop down here and fix this. You know, it's been long enough. I might even finish this as well. That's my friend.